Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Shazwana binti Shurun Juandi. My number is 2866945. In the context of event, a contract in law refers to a legally binding agreement between parties involved in organizing, hosting, or providing services from an event. This contract outlines the term and condition that govern the relationship between event organizer and various stakeholders, such as vendor, sponsor, performer, and venue. The purpose of an event contract is to establish clear expectation, allocate responsibility, and provide a legal framework for the execution of the event. This type of contract typically include details such as event date, location, service to be provided, payment term, and other relevant terms specific to the event. It helps ensure that all parties involved understand their role and obligations, provided mechanism for dispute resolution, and may include provision for unforeseen circumstances, such as a cancellation or force majeure event. And ultimately, an event contract is essential for promoting transparency, mitigating risk, and facilitating the smooth and successful execution of the event. Now, I would like to explain why contract play a crucial role in event management. First is to clear understanding of expectations. Contract provide a clear and detailed outline of the expectations, role, and responsibility of all parties involved in this event. This helps prevent misunderstanding and set the groundwork for a successful collaboration. Second is legal protections. Contracts serve a legally binding document that protect the right and interests of all parties involved. In case of dispute or breach, the contract provided a clear framework for resolution and outlined the available legal remedies. The next point is compliance with regulations. Contract ensure that the event management company complies with relevant law, regulation, and permit. This is particularly important for securing necessary approval and permit for the event. Contingency planning also the important of contract. Okay, contract often include clauses addressing unforeseen circumstances such as force majeure event or emergency. This helps both parties understand their obligation and responsibility in the face of unexpected challenge. Next is client satisfaction and expectation management. The contract contributes to client satisfaction by setting a clear expectation and delivering on promise. When both parties understand their obligation, it enhances communication and trust, fostering positive long-term relationship.
Greetings everyone, I am Nurul Atika binti Zainuddin with the metric number of 285100. For the third part is research and analysis, with the is explanations of the specific laws, regulations, or legal principles within the chosen area. So, this part will be explained by me and the next presenter, Nur Fatin Izzati. There are 5 elements in research analysis, and the first one is consumer protection laws. Consumer protection laws are a critical consideration in the realm of event management contracts. These laws designed to safeguard the rights of consumers, particularly event attendees, emphasize fairness, transparency, and honesty in contractual agreements. In the event contract, it is imperatively to ensure that terms and conditions are not only clearly stated but also fair and transparent. We need to be mindful of consumers' protection statutes that govern against unfair trade practices and deceptive advertising. Moreover, these contracts should include provisions for disclaimers or limitations of liability, ensuring that they align with the requirements of relevant consumers' protection laws. These help us create a contractual framework that not only meets legal standards but also builds trust with our attendees. Moving on to our second point, when organizing events at specific venues, we must pay close attention to local licensing and regulatory requirements. These regulations are pivotal in ensuring the legality and safety of our event. The contract needs to explicitly address compliance with local laws governing the chosen venue. This includes obtaining necessary permit and approval. By doing so, we not only adhere to legal obligation but also ensure a smooth execution of the event without any regulatory hiccups. It's crucial to detail the responsibilities of both parties in the contract, outlining who is responsible for what in terms of compliance. This clarity minimizes the risk of regulatory issues and provides a foundation for resolving any disputes that may arise due to non-compliance.
My name is Nurfati Izzati Binti Sayuti, matric number 279267. I want to explain about insurance requirement. In each event, insurance coverage is often required to mitigate various risks. Example include liability insurance, event cancellation insurance, and property insurance. The contract must specify the type and amount of insurance required from the various parties involved in the events, as well as how claim will be handled. Event organizer may require different type of insurance coverage depending on the type and scale of the event to ensure protection against potential liability and risk. Event organizers should seek the help to legal professional or insurance expert to ensure that insurance requirements are adequately drafted, meet legal standards, and provide comprehensive coverage for potential risks. Next, about privacy and data protection law. Privacy and data protection law provide a legal framework designed to protect individual personal information and regulate the collection, processing, storage, and sharing of such data. This includes obtaining consent for data collection and ensuring the secure handling of sensitive information. Privacy law is usually distinguished between data controller and data processor. Both controller and processor have specific responsibilities and obligations under privacy law. Event organizers need to obtain consent from individuals for the valid processing of personal data. Consent should be freely given, specific, informed, and a clear indication of the individual wish. And the last point about cancellation and refund policy. Cancellation and refund policy are important components of contract, especially in the context of event management. This policy defines the term under which party may cancel their participation or service and conditions under which refund will be issued. Clear and fair cancellation and refund policy help manage expectations, reduce dispute, and provide a framework for handling unexpected circumstances. Cancellation and refund policy should be clearly communicated to all parties involved. This information is usually included in the term and condition of the contract or display clearing during the booking or registration process. That's all from my part. Thank you.
A good day to Madam Suyati. My name is Emilia Won Jae-in with battery number 3871167. Now I will continue to explain why these laws and regulations are important to sustain the event management business. Firstly, consumer protection laws is crucial for sustaining event management business because it can create a framework of fairness and transparency for both event organizers and attendees. It also encourages the attendees to attend the event and reducing their anxieties around the potential scams. The clear regulation also help to create a more positive experience for attendees. Next, it can minimize the risks and liabilities. The consumer protection laws provide guidance on safety regulation, insurance requirements, and contract terms, and it can help event organizers to avoid the costly legal issues and liabilities, protecting their business from potential lawsuits or accidents. Next is also fostering industry growth because strong consumer protection laws can create promote the fair competition and discourage the unethical practices among in the industry, and this can foster a healthy and sustainable event management industry, which can benefit all the stakeholders by attracting more investment and creating the job opportunities in the industry. Next, the value licensing and regulation also important in sustaining the event management business because it can ensure the safety and security of the event venue. Licensing and regulation can ensure the venues meet the minimum safety standards and some specific security measures, such as the fire safety and crowd control plans, and it can protect the event attendees, staff, and the public from the potential accidents. Next, it also enhances the event experience. A licensed and regulated venues, they are typically inspected and held accountable for maintaining the cleanliness, hygiene, and accessibility standards, and also address issues like sound quality and lighting can enhance the event experience for event attendees. And the venue licensing and regulation also can build the public confidence because knowing a venue is licensed and regulated provides the event organizers and also the attendees with confidence that in the venue's ability to meet the safety and operational standards. This can then strengthen the reputation and attract more clients. That's all from me, and I will pass to the next presenter.
Hi everyone, I am Nur Anissa, metric number 281800. So first of all, events are always filled with risks including injury, property damages, accidents, and even last-minute cancellations due to unanticipated occurrences. To assist event management companies reduce the financial losses connected to this risk, insurance acts as a layer of protection. Consequently, staff members and workers of event management companies often play a variety of functions during events. In the event of accidents or injuries sustained during the planning, execution, or breakdown of an event, insurance may cover compensation for employees. Possessing sufficient insurance coverage raises an event management company's reputation and professionalism in the eyes of clients. Customers are more likely to put their faith in and choose a business that can assure insurance and is prepared to deal with unexpected occurrences. Finally, insurance coverage makes sure that the event management business is not the only one that has to bear the financial strain of unforeseen circumstances. Without insurance, the company would find it difficult to get back from serious financial losses, which might result in bankruptcy or closure. Then, attendees' names, contact information, and sometimes even more sensitive information must be obtained while conducting an event. Privacy rules serve to prevent legal penalties and fines, guarantee that sensitive information is managed correctly, and shield it from abuse or unauthorized access. Transparency in the collection, use, and storage of personal data is emphasized by privacy legislation. Clear communication about data practices to participants fosters confidence and guarantees adherence to legal standards. Companies that place a high priority on protecting personal data have a greater chance of retaining their good name and drawing in new businesses. Efficient cancellation and refund policies provide event management companies with a stable financial future by clearly defining parameters related to the timing and methods of refunds. These procedures enable event planners to more precisely project income while protecting the company from any financial losses brought on by cancellations. It helps in event planning and budgeting by taking refunds and cancellations into account. Appropriate expectations are created for guests by clearly stated cancellation and refund procedures. This openness fosters trust and lessens the possibility of miscommunicated or conflict. It also helps in the prevention of fraudulent activity, like making fake refund claims. It lays out the requirements and procedures for valid refund requests.
I'm Monisa Devi Tanabalan, metric number 279401, will present about the real-world example of contract issues and compliance. Firstly, Fire Festival disaster in 2017. This festival was supposed to be a luxury music festival in Bahamas. It's a well-known example of contract issues and non-compliance. Even organizers failed to meet their contractual obligation to artists, vendors, and attendees. Performers were not paid and accommodations were inadequate, and the event was a complete disaster. The consequences are multiple lawsuits have been filed against organizers by performers, artists, and attendees seeking compensation for damages. An organizer, Billy McFarlane, was sentenced to 6 years in prison for fraud. The co-organizer, Ja Rule, faced reputational damage and legal observation. severe damage to organizers and influencers' reputation, and financial losses and bankruptcy for the event. Lastly, loss of trust in event management industry. Secondly, Woodstock 99 in 1999. There were contract issues and non-compliance issues at the Woodstock 99 event. Organizers oversold tickets, vendors were not adequately prepared, and security was insufficient. The event turned chaotic with reports of violence and fires breaking out. The consequences are numerous lawsuits have been filed against organizers for the injuries, properties damage, and mismanagement. Event resulted in a financial disaster, leading to production companies' bankruptcy, tarnished the reputation of the Woodstock brand, raised concerns about security and safety at music festivals, negative press had a lasting impact on future Woodstock-related events. Event that used contract effectively and led positive consequences is the Tokyo 2020 or 2021 Olympics. This event demonstrated effective contract management amid unforeseen challenges. Renegotiations with athletes, teams, and broadcasters showcased adaptability, ensuring the event's success despite the postponement due to COVID-19. The commitment to the contractual compliance demonstrated resilience, allowing the Olympics to proceed with the enhanced safety measures.